And welcome back to For Such a Time as This, the place where there is no such thing. There is no such thing as a silent witness. I want to start off with a text. Exodus 12:12, for I will pass through the land of Egypt that night, and I will strike all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and on all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgments. I am the Lord. Whenever you see God say, I am the Lord, he's explaining his character, who he is. And now, today, we have many people who are disregarding the scriptures, and they're making a God in their own image, and they're trying to make God to be something he is not. They're in essence, they're making a God out of the figment of their imagination. He doesn't exist. All throughout the scriptures, God is revealing who he is. And there were false gods in Egypt, right? All the gods were designed to bring life, to protect life, to have life flourishing. The Nile, water, and all the other gods of grain and all the other stuff. But God comes along in the 10th plague and he takes life. And that's how he's going to execute judgment on all the gods, the false gods of Egypt. He took life. They were designed to protect life. He comes, he overpowers them, and he takes life, and he executes judgment. That's the meaning of Exodus 12:12, one of my favorite verses in all of Scripture. God has enemies, false gods. Today, 2025, he has enemies, false gods. And he's executing judgment on them, and he will execute the ultimate judgment in the lake of fire with them. This hurts because this individual is clearly in pain and confused. I'm going to play a clip from Lex Dunbar. I was floored when I first read the description. Lex Dunbar is going somewhat popular on social media. Lex Dunbar, who is a euthanasia doula. Oh my goodness. Euthanasia doula. And also a black non-binary trans masculine. That means it's a woman who's confused thinking she's a man. She is speaking at the UMC church, and she makes the Easter message about the empty tomb to be about transgender and queer rights, the resurrection, the empty tomb of Christ somehow is translated into rights for the. Just listen to it.
Jesus says, I'm going to the Father, and I got you, baby, but you go to the brothers and tell them I got you. Jesus is at work in the cosmos. We must be at work on the ground. Jesus went to the Father and commands us to go to the people. Jesus is saying, I'm fighting the spiritual battles, and your fight is the injustice and the oppression, the religious hypocrisy, the homophobia, the transphobia that exists in your community. That's your fight, Mary. That is the fight that I'm equipping you to do. Even in this, Jesus said, Mary, none of us are alone, because when I go to the Father, there with me is this great cloud of witnesses. Your ancestors, the ones who fought in the struggles, the ones who didn't just protest for a day, but months and years and decades, the ones who in the face of all the oppression and the anger and the violence kept going to the community, kept doing the work. And really with this message for me, I'm thinking about how many of us are standing at this tomb and we are disappointed. We thought that things were gonna change in 2020. We thought that the outlook of things was going to be different. We thought that, we finally got some more rights for... I can't take
it. She goes on to talk about how she was disappointed because Trump got back in office and all her transgender rights were starting to erode. The God that she is speaking about doesn't exist. It's false God. And as God has had enemies back then, he has enemies now. I'll strike the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and on all the gods of Egypt. On all the false gods of Egypt, I will execute judgment, because I am the Lord. I am Yahweh. I am the true God who fights against, who defeats false gods. And I am more and more of the opinion that what you see today, I've always believed this, but boy, is it not just in your face now. Demons are, there's something that's happened in the heavens where the hand is removed, and the demons and the evil spirits, they have more free reign. The empty tomb, the resurrection of Christ, morphed into rights for queers. If that's not demonic, what is it?
For such a time as this,